Howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Monotalk, and this is my documentary of how nuts and crazy and insane the world is. You just gotta laugh sometimes, and then be very concerned at the same time. Um, it is September 6th, 2024, and I kind of made a list here of the reasons why um, I'll be voting for Trump. And I think that should probably be the same reasons that pretty much everybody else should be. All right, in no particular order, and this is a no-brainer. This is if you have one side that is the opposite, and then you have another side that wants these five things eventually to happen as soon as possible. And I'm hearing it from the top, from sources, from interviews, from video, from documents, on websites, on Trump's Agenda 47. Five reasons to vote for Trump. No more wars. He said absolutely, with unequivocally, in an interview, I think it was maybe 6, 7 months ago, I just want the killing to stop. I mean, that should be a huge one on your list. If not, there's definitely something wrong with you. And every one of these would clearly indicate there's probably something wrong with you. Um, the purest, the number two, that was number one. No more wars. Just wants the killing to stop. The number two, the purest, cleanest water, food. We're talking meat and poultry, fruits and vegetables. You know, JFK is all over this. Excuse me, RFK Jr. is all over this. And he's going to do whatever he can to make sure that we're the strongest, healthiest freaking nation in the country. We're going to be great again. We're not going to be sick and ill the way Big Pharma, Big Hospital, Big Elderly Care, and Big Psychology wants us to be. Number four, make bacon $1.99 again. I mean, that pretty much explains it all. That pretty much freaking explains it all. The current administration, with the current person running for president in that administration, is saying they're going to do something when they're elected. But not now. Not now. So we're just going to go through 4 or 5 more months of hell. Just because. And if you believe they're going to do something for you, look, you haven't been a Democrat. Right? And I have. And there are so many Democrats moving to the Republican Party because of their thinking, their lunacy, their craziness. You know, the inflation, the prices of pretty much everything. I spent $50 the other day at the grocery store at Aldi's, which is probably the cheapest fucking place you can go to in the Midwest, the East. You know, Trader Joe's is similar to Aldi's, but I think Trader Joe's is better, in my opinion, as far as what they carry. Uh, I wish there was a Trader Joe's out here, honestly, in Missouri, but there might be one, I think. Anyway, yeah, it's insane. It's ridiculous. People are, credit debt is up, interest rates. I mean, just fucking, it's nuts. It's just ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. Right? So yeah, inflation has been hell, and they're not doing anything about it. And they're not going to do anything. If you honestly believe that the Democrats are going to do something for you, don't, because I've been waiting for decades. As a matter of fact, I was a Democrat for at least 20 years, and it was terrible. There was nothing they gave, nothing they did. 2008 9, They had the supermajority. The supermajority. They could have changed constitutional law. And what did they give you? They didn't reverse Roe versus Wade. They didn't freaking give you a higher minimum wage that hasn't been touched since 2009. They didn't stop any wars. They didn't do anything. What they gave you was fucking Obamacare, which is fucking expensive. It's just, it's medical bills. That's what that is. Obamacare is future medical bills. And what they did is they monopolized Aetna, Blue Cross, just certain carriers, and then got rid of everybody else. Didn't make an open market, so people could really compete. So they, certain, like Kaiser gives you what they're supposed to, and Aetna gives you what they're supposed to, and Blue Cross gives you what they're supposed to, and they all have their piece in this gigantic pie of money. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but it's ridiculous. I mean, they haven't done it. They're not going to do anything, and they've never done anything. Ask any Bernie Sanders supporter, which I was. I spent over $300 on that fucking spineless prick. I mean, God, man, that guy was just shit. I did everything I could. I got blisters on my feet trying to pass out his flyers in Southern California. And then come to the convention, he has the opportunity to fight, and he had more than enough proof. Remember Donna Brazile admitting that she was full of shit, and all this other stuff in the primaries? Just total coercion, total rigging, total fraud, just tons of it. It was just laden everywhere. Everybody saw it. Everybody knew it. Flips of coins that people were guessing on, and it was just, videotape documents, all kinds of shit. And then he fucking gets there and he buckles. He met that day with Obama, and Obama said, "You better not do that," and you're out of here. And he just shriveled up, and just fucking just screwed everybody over. But that's them. That's what they're going to do to everybody, and they've done it a million times. They're not the party you think they are. There's plenty of information that I've researched, and I never really researched as much as I had in the past until more recently, especially in the past 3 to 4 years, on what these people are about. And they're not what you think they are. They're frauds. The racists, yeah, it comes from them. Total, absolute racism. Civil rights, all this stuff. Absolutely. Completely and totally. The number one reason out of this list, in my opinion, is eventually labeling the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, and NATO terrorist groups. Because that's all they are. NATO's all about money and the military-industrial complex. Absolutely. There's 36 countries in there now. A lot of them don't want to get in. They just don't want any more war. And they know it's a war frenzy. Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Enron, I forget, there's a few others, and a bunch of other contractors, military contractors out there. That's what it's about. That's my research. Tons of, if you have any questions about any of this, I'll be happy to send you all this information. But again, the 5 reasons, and the best reasons, and should be the reasons, especially stopping human trafficking. How is that not like the biggest freaking number one thing in this country? The Democrats don't even talk about it because they're busy grooming your children in kindergarten and in elementary school. This is crazy. It's fucking nuts. That should be number one. War's right there. Purest, cleanest water. The purest, cleanest vegetables and fruits. The purest, cleanest meat and poultry. We now know, I've known for a while. You need to look up Dr. Berg on YouTube and a few others. Seed oils are so bad for you. It's just ultra processed, left and right. Addictive chemicals, dyes, all this other, just things that are just completely bad for you. You know, I washed my strawberries, and I got a nice little peach here, peach in my strawberries. As soon as I get them back from the grocery store, I immerse them in water and baking soda. And you wouldn't believe the stuff that comes off. It's just like a goo. It's just laden with junk. And like, for example, I had an apple the other day, and I just and before I put them in the water, there was no squeak. It was just like this film coating, some kind of like an oil on them. And then I immersed them for a while, and I cleaned them around. And then I got that squeak on the skin of the apple. Yeah, the stuff you're putting in your bodies, they don't care. They want you to be poor. Big Pharma loves you being sick. Big hospital, they love you being sick. Big elderly care, oh yeah. Big psychology, the prescription writers for your mental issues that you're getting from the fucking food you're eating. Yeah, it's just, it's a vicious circle. And it keeps happening. And then, you know, fucking inflation. You can't afford shit right now. You can't afford shit. And then, you know, going after the World Economic Forum. So, no more wars, purest, cleanest water, food, stopping human trafficking, all this woke culture grooming bullshit. It's grooming. Keep it away from our kids. If you want to fucking do whatever you want to do in your bedroom, but don't be parading around the fucking town with your fucking things hanging out and shit. That's just indecent. Kids don't need to see that shit, right? They don't need to see that shit. And just stay away from the fucking kids, you sick fucks. You know, inflation. And number 5, of course, like I said, is definitely getting rid of the World Economic Forum. They are a terrorist group. They have been on my fucking on my list, my Christmas list, for a long time. Once I figured out their involvement in Fluvid-19, once I put the pieces together on that, I'm just like, oh, these guys are nasty. And then more and more and more, just go on their website, you see the word corporate governance all the time. Yeah, so these are my 5 reasons. I'm going to say them one more time, and if you think this is bullshit, and then again, the other side, the Democratic Party, these Satanist, crazy fucking sickos, right, here it is. No more wars, purest, cleanest water, food. Stop human trafficking. Stop the woke fucking grooming culture. Make bacon $90.99 again. Number 5, you know, getting rid of the World Economic Forum, the WHO, that wants to take your sovereignty for our nation. You know, NATO, get rid of the fucking military-industrial complex. All that shit. I mean, that's right there. It's there. I just don't get. Look, a study came out recently that 64% of liberals are mentally ill. Yeah, I get it. So I'm arguing with a bunch of fucking people that have issues, you know, which the food and stuff and everything could be the problem. It very well could be. I also found out that most of the people that are with the Liberal Party or the Democrats, I would say 70-80%, from what I saw in this one article, are on either some type of addictive opioid or medication or on some illegal drug, cocaine, meth, you name it, all kinds of shit. So their thinking ain't right. Their thinking is not right. Look, I'll have a beer every once in a while and a shot here or there, you know. Every few months I might do a little something. You know, and I get it. There's a time to kick back. But some people are just really fucked up out there. And it's all part of their plan. They can't make money off you if you're not taking their opioid. And that commercial is still out there. You know what the opioid concrete, it's like a granite and these people are sick and ill and they're walking around, da da da. That same commercial that's been around for like 5 or 6 years is still out there. The opioid epidemic. How is that even fucking possible? Right? And then they want you to take something in place of that something. Of course they do. They keep you on this fucking vicious circle. Continuously. Abuse. Right? Yeah, so there it is. I'm just telling you right now that if you think that the Democratic Party, and they're a bunch of demons, in my opinion, they're just fucking crazy. The other day, or yesterday, I think it was earlier today, Chuck Sherman comes out and goes, oh, we want to make sure that 11 million, or whomever, that's what he says, 11 million or whomever, illegal immigrants are going to get citizenship and be able to vote. They haven't paid taxes. They haven't lived through the fucking crap that we've had in this country. They didn't go through the fucking vetting process that we require for people to become legal citizens. Takes the civics test. They're just going to give them a key, give them a house, give them all the shit. This is fucking nuts. This entire platform for the Democratic Party is a giant slap in every fucking American's face. Just bitch slapped. And a lot of them that are out of it, gone, whatever, are just, I'm with her. Just fucking ridiculous. It's beyond asylum type behavior. It's nuts. All right, just wanted to come on and do that quick show, let you know those are the 5 reasons, and those should be the 5 reasons why everybody's doing it. If you have any other reasons, and if you think you have something that would be helpful, please put it in the comments and let me know. Oh, there's tons of reasons. There's way more. I could go on and on and on why I'm voting for Trump. Right? But I will tell you this, and something my son brought up to me the other day, and this is probably very important. These Democrats will not, and I've warned of this for a couple, like 2 or 3 years now. They're going to do whatever they can to keep that man out of office. And they will take out an entire group of people, stadium, city, county, state, to do that. They will, I mean, they risked people's lives on J13. If you truly believe that was a lone person, then, keep watching CNN, keep watching MSNBC, keep watching, whatever else is out there that you've been brainwashed or indoctrinated with. But no, of course not. Oh, wait, CNN, that was the first time they went live with a Donald Trump rally in 5 or 6 years. The first time. And they did it on that date. Isn't that a little suspicious? Yeah, there's so many coincidences. It's just out of control. And there are people out there investigating this. And this is the reason why they don't want him. Because they know he's going to expose them. They know that he's going to expose them. Like, big time. What is that? Right, this one right here. Why is this so fucking big? Jesus Christ. Yeah. This is it. All of their lies will be exposed. People will go to jail. For good cause. For justifiable reasons. Not for this facade and laid claims and bullshit that this man has had to go through, but is following the process. Showing up. Doing the work. This guy's he's a bull. You have no idea how strong this man is. And he plays a hell of a fucking golf game, too. I gotta tell you. The clubs are in the background. Yeah, I played the other day. I got a new couch. Thank you. My daughter offered it to me. It was some really good condition. Was it Lisa's or I don't know. Anyway, it was a beautiful little couch, perfect condition. I said, I'll take it. I got a couch too, but this one's a little bigger. It's comfortable. But I lifted it in, big tough guy. Lifted the couch into my house, and And then I went through the door and it kind of hit me on the head as I was going through. The back of it hit and it just kind of dropped a little bit. And I go, oh, something's not right. But I put it down. Next thing you know, I was tight for the next 3 or 4 days. I'm still a little tight. But yeah, that's just, when you get older, you just get some help. That's all I'm saying. Just use some help. Yeah. I probably could have done it a little differently. But anyway, that's pretty much it. They are afraid of him because he's going to do this. That's why they're so afraid of him. He's going to show the world just how criminal these people are. And then, and again, my son just said, he said, Dad, they can't let him. They won't. They can't. They literally cannot, because if they do, they're gone. And we're talking Ben Stiller, we're talking Rob Reiner, we're talking all these. Fucking Tommy Lee is going to leave the country if Trump becomes. What a fucking little pussy. What? Not a pussy. What a little testicle. He's a testicle. He's such a fucking testicle. Pussies are stronger than testicles. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just telling you, that's by experience. Yeah, that's true. And all these pedophile fuckers, they just don't want to get caught. And they're all implemented. And that's why they don't want to get caught. He's going to expose them, and they're scared shitless. All the people that hate and want Trump to go to jail and want Trump to be gone and want him, like, gone, missing, unalive, gone, are on the Epstein Island list, which he is going to expose. And then you're going to see who actually went and what they did. Right? Nobody wants to see that. Everybody keeps saying he was there, but that never happened. He never went there. Yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to get off of here, but I'm telling you right now, the 5 reasons, right? No more wars, because we don't need them. They're stupid. They're just money laundering scams. Ukraine is, even Israel, and Trump knows it. Trump knows that Israel's a money laundering scam. They've had the most fucking foreign military aid than any other country in the past, 80 years. He knows it. He's not. Better, pure water. Get rid of the fucking NGOs out there, World Economic Forum, World Health Organization, etc., and stop the fucking child trafficking for sure, and bring fucking inflation down. Drill some fucking wells. Let us use our own oil. Stop buying it from everybody else. Bring our prices down. Let our truckers pay for cheaper diesel so they can move product. And you'll see it within 3 to 6 months. You'll see a huge difference in our country in 2025. And no, he's not going after you. He's not going to come after you and make you not have kids or whatever you want to do. He's not doing that. All this stuff they say and all this other crap. Heritage Foundation, Project 25 is bullshit. Right? He's not a part of that. Just go on his website. Look up Agenda 47. See where his mind's at. See what they want to do. And if you got a problem with your state about whatever, your wages or something, go fucking protest. Go talk to your senators, your state legislators. Right? Do something. Every state basically has a different wage. Why is that? Because the people of the state got together and organized. Get off your ass, stop taking drugs, eat better food, right? Go out and play some sports, spend some time with your kids, talk to your family and friends, enjoy your fucking place on this planet, praise God, whatever you want to do. But make sure, that you don't let these democrats back in, because they're just going to keep it the same way. It's going to be worse, and they're going to hand this country over to the global pedo-predator class that eventually wants to get rid of most of the people on this planet and hoard the rest for themselves. Hence their end game. If you think it's anything else, you just have not been fucking paying attention. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you for watching Monotalk. Aloha. Bye-bye.